Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream today. My name is Teacher Nicole or Tutor Nicole, and I'm from the United States. All right, so let's take a second. I want to get to know where all of you are from, where you're tuning in from today. So why don't you just write in the chat where you are from, okay? So I'm in the United States, and where I am, it is Sunday, 10 a.m. Looks like we have someone from Brazil. It's 11 a.m. in Brazil. Hello, Bangladesh. Hi, Somalia. Hi, welcome. Yeah, so today, you guys, we are going to be learning about comparatives and superlatives. But I'm going to give you a second and write in the chat telling me where you're from, and we'll start in about 3 minutes, okay? So just go ahead and take your time. Wow, Bosnia, Somalia, India, Brazil. We have people from all over. This is awesome. Okay. Well, I thought that it would be interesting if we Nigeria, hi, welcome. I thought it would be interesting, since I'm from the United States and there are 50 states, I thought it would be cool if I gave you guys a little quiz to warm up about the geography of the United States. And at the end, I want to see, well, I would like you to guess which state I'm from. And then at the end, I'll reveal which state I'm actually from, okay? I'll give you guys a few hints in the beginning, and then at the end, I'd like to see if you can guess. All right, hello, Bosnia. Hi, Nigeria. Hi, Saudi Arabia. Welcome, everybody. Okay, again, today we are learning about superlatives and comparatives. Hello, hello. Hi, Bangladesh. Hello, Italy. Hi, everybody. All right, so I'm going to give you a few hints, okay? So the state that I'm from is kind of in the middle of the United States. There's a lot of farmlands, a lot of farm animals, and we are known for growing corn, okay? Oh, I'll give you one more. My state starts with an O, okay? So at the end, I'll reveal which state I am from. So let's tune in, and I will reveal at the very end of our session, okay? I also wanted to let you know, if you are tuning in now or at any point in this live session, don't forget that you can actually go back and start from the beginning. After this live session is over, it will be posted to our YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch it whenever you want, okay? So, interesting guesses, you guys. All right, we'll see at the very end. Oklahoma, maybe, Ohio, maybe. Don't forget, if you're tuning in now, I'd love to see where you are from, so go ahead and write in the chat what country you're from, okay? Again, I'm from the United States, and I gave you guys 4 hints. At the end of the session, I want you to guess where I am from, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with our lesson today. Today, we are learning about comparatives and superlatives. Okay, so if at any point you get lost, you can refer back to these charts that I have up here, and it has some helpful tips on how to form superlatives and comparatives, okay? And again, if you're joining in right now, don't forget you can go back to the very beginning of our live session. after this is done, it will be posted to our YouTube channel, okay? So let's get into our lesson. We use comparatives and superlatives to say how people or things are different, all right? So we use superlatives and comparatives to compare two things or two people, all right? We use a comparative adjective to express how two people or things are different, all right? Notice two, okay? So comparatives compare exactly two things or two people, all right? So for example, a person compared to another person, or these shoes compared to those shoes, all right? Those are comparing two things. So a superlative is something that we use to show how one person or thing is different to all other of its kinds, all right? So that could be one thing compared to many things. That could be one person compared to an entire school. So an example that I like to use for this one is there's one person in a class of 30 people, and if we want to say they are the nicest person, we want to say they are nice, we would compare them to the entire class, and that is more than two people. All right, so comparative, two things or two people. Superlative, many things or many people that you're comparing. Okay, so again, a comparative is used to compare two things or two people. So how I know something is a comparative is it usually uses the word than. So if we look at our comparative here, the example is, my house is larger than hers. All right, so we're comparing my house to her house. And the reason I know that it's a comparative is because it's comparing two people or two things, and it's using the word than. All right? So I have some more examples for you on comparatives. Alan is taller than John. Okay? Alan and John, we're comparing two people, comparative, and we are saying, so the adjective is tall, and we are saying that he is taller than John. Right? The special word here is than, because Alan is taller than John. Okay? My second example, Maggie is cooler than her. Okay? The adjective here is cool, and we're saying that she is cooler than her. All right? Lastly, these shoes are bigger than those ones, or than those shoes. I think I made a mistake. So bigger, that is a one syllable word. So big is the adjective, and that is one syllable. We have to add another G at the end and then ER at the end to make it a comparative. So that brings it to bigger. And notice that it has the word than. We are comparing two pairs of shoes, two things. Okay, a superlative is used to compare more than two things or more than two people. Okay, so that usually uses the word the. So if you see a sentence comparing more than two things, or something compared to more than two things, or many, many people or things, and it uses the word the in the sentence, it is most likely going to be a superlative. So let's look at this example. Hi, Saudi Arabia. Hi, guys. Don't forget, if you're tuning in now, don't worry. This session is going to be posted to our Cambly channel. So afterwards, you can view the entire session from the beginning, or you can rewind or fast forward. So do not be worried. You will be able to watch this again. Okay? So superlative examples. Alan is the coolest kid in school. All right, so we're comparing Alan to the entire school. The entire school is definitely more than 2 people, okay? So the adjective here is cool, and it's the superlative, so we say Alan is the coolest. We add est, and it becomes coolest. Okay, so we're comparing Alan to the entire school. Next one, she is the smartest student in our class. We're comparing her to the entire class. Okay, the adjective here is smart, and all we did was add est at the end of smart to make the superlative. Lastly, we have George is the fastest soccer player on the team. Okay, So I have a few favorite comparatives and superlatives, and I wanted to share with you some of my favorites that hopefully you guys can use in your Cambly sessions with your Cambly tutors. Okay, so my favorite adjective is the word brave. And I love this sentence, you are the bravest person that I know. Okay, bravest. Can you guys write in the chat what you think bravest is? Do you think it's a comparative or a superlative? Bravest. Okay, you are the bravest person that I know. Superlative. Yes, guys, this is a superlative. Why? If we go to, so brave is one syllable. If we go to our chart, it says to add est to the superlative. Okay, so since brave already ends in an E, good job, everyone. Yeah, it's a superlative. We only have to add st because we don't have to add another E to it, right? So yeah, that is bravest. Okay. Another one of Tutor Nicole's favorites are good. I love the word good because it's so positive. And what I love is you are the best tutor I've ever had. Okay? So we haven't learned about this yet, but I want to see if you know, is best a comparative or a superlative? Let's see. The best. So you can use this chart behind me. This is an irregular adjective. So if we go to good, we'll see that it's either better or best. Yes, this is also a superlative. And I thought that it would be neat if the next time you have a session with your Cambly tutor, you could tell them that they're the best. And if you tell them that it's a superlative, they will be very impressed. All right, good job. Yes, it's a superlative. Okay, last one of my favorites. It's not necessarily a positive word, but I use the adjective bland. It's a good way to describe something that is boring. So let's say you're eating a bowl of oatmeal with no sugar or fruit, just plain oatmeal. I would consider that to be bland. And to describe it, you could say, this is the blandest meal I've had this week. Okay, the blandest. So this is another superlative. And bland is a word for boring. Okay, not a lot of flavor. Yeah, still superlative. I love superlatives. Okay, so yes, that was a superlative. So before we move on, I want to see how much you guys already know. So let's find out how much you already know about comparatives and superlatives. We're going to take a mini quiz, okay? So the adjective we're using today is happy, okay? You are the blank person I know. All right, would it be happier, most happiest, happiest, or happiest? You tell me, which one would it be? Okay, so we're getting a lot of the answer D, happiest. Yeah, you guys are correct. It is happiest, all right? So why is it happiest and not happiest with a Y? Because we sound out the syllables for happy. We go happy. That is 2 syllables. So we look here. Okay, obviously we're going to add est to the end because we know that it's a superlative because it used the word the in the sentence. All right, it ends in a Y, so we're going to change that to an I plus the ending. So that's why it is happiest with an I and est. Good job, you guys. You know a lot already. All right, let's do another. The adjective is tall. Okay, Joe is blank than George. Okay, taller, tallest, taller, or more taller. All right, yeah. I'm seeing some really great answers. Okay. Now, so if we look at our chart, tall, that's 1 syllable, right? That's 1 syllable. So we go to our 1 syllable chart. It says add ER to the comparative. How do we know it's a comparative? Because of the word than. All right, we see that there's 2 people. There is Joe and there is George. We're comparing 2 people, so we know that it's a comparative. So there's than. The adjective is tall, so we go here and we just add ER. So yes, you guys are correct. It is taller. Good. Next word, the adjective is big. These shoes are blank than those shoes. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of bigger with 2 G's. Good. Yeah. You guys are correct. The answer is bigger. Okay. And why is it bigger? First, is it a comparative or a superlative? Yeah. Yeah, guys, so yes, it is a comparative. All right, so the word is big. So if the adjective has a consonant plus vowel plus consonant, so for example, big, B-I-G, the final consonant letter must be doubled. So for example, if it's big, you must add another letter to that last letter, which is G. So that is B-I-G-G. And then since we know it is a comparative, because we see the word than, and it's comparing 2 things, we go up here and we just add on ER. That's why it is bigger. Good job, you guys. Okay, we're going to move on, and we're going to learn a little bit about the differences, okay? So, irregulars. These are our irregular verbs, or adjectives, okay? So we have bad, far, good, little, many, and much. I recommend that you guys write these down. This is very important for you to know, okay? So these are the irregulars that we will have for all comparatives and superlatives. And here are the answers for whether, if it's a comparative, we have this version, and we also have the superlative. Okay, so if it is bad, the comparative would be worse, and the superlative would be worst. Okay? Now, let's move on to forming superlatives and comparatives. We're actually going to start with comparatives, okay? So yes, we know that a comparative is used to compare the differences between 2 objects or people, right? How do we form a comparative? I have a little chart here, okay? And we have a noun plus a verb plus the comparative adjective plus than plus noun. All right, so if you need to write this equation down, you may do that. Okay, the example that I have here, the noun is my house. So my house is larger than hers. All right, so we have than, we have the other noun, and we are comparing 2 things. So that's my house versus her house. Okay? So I want to practice real quick with a comparative. Let me find my practice. Okay, so let's practice. I want you to make your own sentence, okay? We are going to make the comparative for good, all right? So we know that comparative for good is irregular. All right, so look and find what it should be. And I want you to make your own sentence, and I will read one of your sentences for everybody to hear, okay? So I want you to make your own sentence with the adjective good, and I want you to make the comparative. Good. Yes, I love these. Okay, good. Yeah, these are all great, you guys. So we have my computer is better than yours. We're comparing my computer with yours. We also have my car is better than yours. Notice how you guys use than. You're doing awesome. Good. Okay, my chocolate is better than your coffee. We don't have to compare the same chocolate. We could say chocolate and coffee, comparing the two. These are all really great job. Okay, so let's go on to superlatives. They're used to describe an object or person which is the upper or lower limit. So that could be the better or the worse compared to that noun. Okay, so how do we form it? We use the noun plus the verb plus the word the, and superlative adjective, the noun. So back to the my house comparisons. We could say my house is the largest one in our neighborhood. Okay, so notice how it contains the word the before the superlative, and we're comparing a noun to something that has more than two of its form. So a neighborhood normally contains more than two houses, right? So it is the largest one in our neighborhood. So we're comparing my house to the entire neighborhood, and we're saying that it is the largest. Okay, so these are examples. I want you guys to go ahead. We're going to practice again. And this is a hard one. Remember that when we do Y for two syllables, it changes to I, okay? So I want you to practice, and I want you to write a sentence using the adjective happy. So I want you to write the superlative for happy in the comments, and I will read aloud some of my favorites, okay? So make a superlative sentence for the word happy. You can use the equation that I have right here. Oh, I love this one. Yes. I am the happiest person alive. My father, okay, my father is the noun, is the happiest person in the world. We're comparing your father with the whole world. Alex is the happiest person in our company. Good. I love these, you guys. You're doing great. Awesome job. She is the happiest girl in the class. Very good job, you guys. Changing that Y to an I before adding EST. Okay? Very good job. Awesome. So we're going to move on. I love games, so it's going to be game time. Okay? So this is a hard one. We have the word skinny. Okay, so the adjective is skinny, and I want you to write the superlative. Okay, I want you to make a sentence using the superlative. Don't forget to use this, right? So we know skinny has 2 syllables, skinny, right? And I want you to make a sentence using the superlative, okay? Good. You can say more skinny or most skinny. Awesome. So the superlative would be most skinny, but it could also be the skinniest, okay? So yes. Good. Harry, oh, I am the skinniest boy in class. Good. I am not the skinniest person in my company. Good. Putting the not there, that works. Good. The skinniest boy in the school. Awesome job, you guys. So yes, that is skinniest. So that Y changes to an I. Awesome. So the next word we have is clean. Okay. I want you guys to make a sentence using the comparative. Okay. So make a sentence using the comparative for clean. Don't forget, clean, clean, good. All right, so we can look at the one syllable, clean. Don't forget what we have to add for the comparative. I love that. Yes. Good job, Shivanish. I love it. I am cleaner than you. I am being compared to you. Good. His house is cleaner than hers. Good. I love that you're using the word than after. My room is cleaner than yours. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I forgot to mention. So you guys are probably wondering, let's say the adjective is 3 syllables, or maybe it's 2 syllables. Okay, so 2 or more syllables. You can also use the words more or most before the adjective. Okay, so let's say, for example, the adjective is tangled. All right, so tangled is like, my hair is tangled. Okay, so we could say, my hair is more tangled than your hair. Or, my hair is the most tangled in our friend group. Okay, so we can use more or most for something that is 2 syllables or more, but it's mostly used with something that is 3 syllables. So I love what Shivanish wrote in here. Expensive, all right, that is a 3-syllable adjective, expensive. And he said, it is the most expensive, all right? So that's why we would use most. It's the most expensive watch in the store, okay? The most expensive. What's another adjective that uses 3 syllables? Go ahead and write another adjective that has that many. So we have expensive, intelligent. I love that. All right, so she is more intelligent than him. Okay, we could also use most intelligent. You are the most intelligent person in our class. Another great one, beautiful and talkative. Talkative is someone who talks way too much. So you could say, you are more talkative than him, or you are the most talkative person in this room. Okay? I love the examples you guys are giving me. These are all great. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to quiz time. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay. So the adjective we're going to use today is big. My house is blank than yours. Okay. I'm going to kind of move around so that you can see my charts here. You guys got it. So my house is bigger than yours. I love that you added that extra G on the end. Yes, that was awesome. Great job, you guys. My house is bigger than yours. That is the comparative why than, and we're comparing two things. Next one. The adjective is smart. She is the blank girl in our class. Okay. We're comparing her to the entire class. Awesome, Elena. Awesome, Sala. Good, Judy. Yes, everybody. The smartest. Okay, that is the superlative. Why? We see the word the at the beginning, and we're comparing her to the entire class, all right? So yes, it is the smartest person in our class. Virtual high five. Woohoo! Awesome. Okay, we're gonna do two more. I am the blank person in my family. Okay, the adjective is short. Don't forget, we have the word the, and we're comparing yourself to the entire family. Good. I love to see it, you guys. Yes, it is shortest. I am the shortest person in my family. Awesome. Why is it the superlative? We have the word the, and we're comparing ourselves to the entire family. Good. Awesome job. Okay, we have one last one. The Pacific Ocean is blank than the Arctic Ocean. The adjective is deep. Okay, notice we have the word deeper. Oh, notice we have the word than. Oh, yes, it is deeper. Okay, so is it the comparative or the superlative? Yep, it is the comparative. Very good. Yeah, and why is it the comparative? Because we're comparing two oceans, all right? The Pacific Ocean and the Arctic Ocean, and we see the word than. Sorry that I ruined the answer. Yeah, it is deeper. Okay. I said that was the last one, but I just want to do one more, okay? I just want to do one more. Okay. So, this is a good one because this is a question. Okay? So, the adjective is large, and the sentence is this the blank size jacket you have in the store? Okay. Very good. Yes. Is this the largest size jacket you have in the store? Good. So there are many sizes of this jacket in the store, many options, and we're comparing one jacket to the whole store. And we see the word the before the adjective, so we know that it is the superlative. Awesome job, you guys. Very good. So I am going to give you guys the opportunity to ask me any questions that you have about superlatives and comparatives. So we're just going to take 2 to 3 minutes, and you can ask me any questions that you have, and I will be here to answer those for you. If you don't have any questions at all, I have a special announcement at the very end. Okay. First, I have to tell you what state I'm from, right? And second, I have a code to get you guys a discount on your Cambly memberships, okay? So go ahead and stick around. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 minutes to ask any questions you have. Okay. For those of you who are trying to guess which state I am from, don't forget it is in the middle of the country, kind of in the middle. It starts with an O, and we're known for growing corn. Okay, so it's like Middle East. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of closer to New York than in the middle. Yeah, you guys guessed it right. I am from Ohio. Very good. I probably did not describe it that well, but great job for those of you who said Ohio. Good job. Okay, so again, if you guys have any questions, please leave some questions in the comment box. Did you guys like the lesson today? Did you learn a lot about comparatives and superlatives? Yeah, no questions? Awesome. Okay, so before we end our lesson today, I just wanted to let you guys know. So I am a tutor on Cambly. If you want to make a reservation with me, just click in the link below. I believe that will be posted after this lesson. I love Cambly. If you don't know what it is an English learning platform where you can reserve English conversation lessons with tutors from all over the world that are native in the English language, and they will help you with anything over the moon, from English conversation to IELTS to business English to help prepare you for an interview. All right. I myself have helped students prepare for exams, have helped them with interviews. We've done mock interviews, and we've also just had relaxing conversations to help them better their English. So if you would like, today I'm going to give you a discount. It is a code that you can type in to Cambly. All right. So it expires November 19th, and this will give you 36% off of a yearly subscription. All right, so if you are interested in joining the yearly subscription for Cambly, just click that link below and type in the word super. All right, this will give you 36% off of your yearly subscription. It expires November 19th, so don't forget to do it before then. All right. Good question, you guys. I'm getting a few questions on if you can learn French on Cambly. So Cambly is meant for English learning, but if your tutor knows French, maybe you can practice French too, but it is for English, okay? I'm also a Spanish teacher, and sometimes I might help some students if they're studying Spanish on a few questions, but it is mainly meant for learning English. Yes. Don't forget to use this code and get 36% off of your yearly subscription on Cambly. All right. Thank you guys so much. Awesome. Thank you for joining me today. Again, if you have any questions at all, just leave a comment below. If you were late to our live session today, please make sure that this will actually be posted on our Cambly YouTube channel. And so you can go back and rewatch different parts. It will be there forever. So don't worry. Okay? Awesome. It was so great to meet all of you today. Thank you for joining my lesson. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or morning, wherever you're calling in from. Okay. All right, it looks like there's no questions today, so I'm gonna log off. Before I log off, don't forget, use the code SUPER to get 36% off, okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Bye.